Hey guys, it's Ken here again. In this video, I just want to quickly share some thoughts about observing and getting a deeper understanding of things. And this mainly stems from a story in the Bible of Noah's Ark. And as you're probably aware, Noah's Ark, the Ark itself, was about 500 feet long. It had something ridiculous like 14,000 individuals of 14 animals on board, which is a hell of a lot. And it had apparently 8 zookeepers and the like. But when you start to think about this, does it really make sense? Now, and on board of this boat too, they had apparently all the different plants available, and they needed water for them and food for the animals to keep them alive for about a year. Now, thinking about it, you've all heard about Grand Canyon, and if there was a flood on planet Earth and everything was flooded, now all the animals that would have been drowning would have probably tried to swim to the very top, to the surface, to save themselves. But in the Grand Canyon, all the fossils around there aren't intermingled. They are in very clear and separate layers in the soil. So, doubtful. Now, after about a year, Noah's Ark apparently stranded quite safely on top of a mountain somewhere in the Middle East. And if they had all the animals on planet Earth, this means that kangaroos from here in Australia would have migrated from the Middle East down to Australia. They would have jumped their way all the way down here. Now, number one, there's no land bridge in between the Middle East and Australia, or China for that matter. And now, we have found absolutely no fossils, no kangaroo fossils in the Middle East, and there are no kangaroo fossils on that potential land bridge going from the Middle East down to Australia. So it just doesn't make sense when you start to read in between the lines. And it's probably more a metaphor of someone doing a thing, or they're fighting for a cause that's greater than self, which is to save as many people as possible. And in the Bible, this is seen as animals and plants, not humans. And there's another thing too, when you look at the English shipwrights back in the days, and they built ships that were about 300-400 feet long, and the structure of these were so bad that they started twisting and turning when they came into open sea, and all the 14 men died. And here's Noah with his family of 7 a few thousand years before that, just creating a boat that was amazing, and it could hold like 14,000 individuals, and all the plants, and the water for the plants, and food for the animals, and if they even had food on there. So things starting to become blatantly obvious that it might just be a metaphor for something instead. And if you're religious, that's fine, you believe in it, but it's the same as science. Sit on the fence, observe both sides of the fence, and draw conclusions. Be skeptical all the time. That's all I want to share in this video. I'll talk to you soon.